And welcome live on JockJive Sports. I'm Dallas Rinsey with the coverage tonight as the Lady Coyotes face off against the Parsons from Snead State. Coastal North comes in with an impressive 12-9 regular season and currently sit at 4-1 in conference play, coming away with a victory against the Saints this past Thursday. On the other side, Snead State comes in with only 5 wins on the year. However, all 5 of their victories have come in Division II in the conference to put them in first place with a little bit less than a month away until we enter the postseason. It should be a good one here tonight. We'll start off with women's basketball and then transition into men's basketball. We'll have halftime interviews with both head coaches for the Coyotes. We're going to go to commercial break, but when we come back, the starting lineups will be announced here at Monroeville.
Let us introduce ourselves.
And welcome live here on JockJive Sports as it's the Parsons and the Coyotes. A battle for first place in Division II standings. Coyotes will be over to the right. They will be in all gold, while Snead State will be in black and blue. As this is a huge matchup. Snead State won the first matchup earlier this season back on November 30th. Can the Coyotes redeem themselves here in Monroeville? We are underway here in Monroeville, and a miscommunication there with the Coyotes straight off the tip-off, and Snead State's going to come away with the basketball to start this one. We'll take a look at the starting lineup. First up for the Coyotes, as they will have number 1, Taylor Murph, number 5, Tiffany Goodman, number 21, Janiyah Lennox, number 22, Ashante Thomas, trying to drive in. That's an early bucket here for Snead State as they jump ahead 2-0. Good start there for the Parsons. Like I mentioned, only have 5 victories on the season through their first 20 games, but all 5 of those victories have come in Division II. That has put them atop of the standings here as we approach the end of the season. We're just under a month away. Here's Murph, drives in, puts up a floater, shot no good, and Snead State will come away with the rebound. And the Parsons top it up, and they'll be stripped away, and Coyotes will come back the other way. About to approach 1 minute here in this first quarter. As we'll take a look at the starting lineup for Snead State, as that shot is going to be no good. Rebound there by Tom, or shot by Thomas is no good. There'll be a rebound here by number 21, Hill. So starting lineup here for Snead State, they'll have number 4, Lamaya Madru, number 5, Johnny Tinker, number 20, Emma Garcia, 21, Jamiah Hill, and Jada Edmondson. As we have a stoppage here on the court. Looks like we're going to have a foul here. Both teams with 4 timeouts in this one, as it will be Snead State basketball. So it looks like we're going to have our first foul of the game, and that will go toward the Coyotes. Coyotes with a 12-9 record, 4-1 in the conference, trying to come away with a victory. Slow start offensively for both teams, as that shot's going to be no good but ripped away. Snead State will come away with possession once again. Shot near the free throw line, that'll be good there for the Parsons. It'll be 4-0 here very early on. Edmondson with the bucket. 4-0. Coyotes looking for their first basket here in this one, as they cycle around. Good movement here by the Coyotes. And Slaughter, number 4, is in. And a shot there by Slaughter is going to be good. First bucket of the game here for the Coyotes. Finally getting on the board with just over 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Glad you could be with us here on JockJive on Dallas Trinity with the call here in Monroeville. Shot, no good. And the Coyotes will come away with possession here. No substitution so far by both teams. Trying to get a feel of it here in the first quarter. These two teams have not met since November. As they meet up here, winner of this game will be in first place in Division II. Looking for a pass, swings it out here. Murph trying to drive in. Nice pass here to Slaughter. Good pass here by the Coyotes, and that'll be a foul here. Good opportunity there for the Coyotes, and Thomas, who has 8.2 points per game, shooting 46.4 from the field, and has 8.6 rebounds, will go to the free throw line. First 2 free throws of today's game for the Coyotes. They are shooting 52.6 from the line. And Thomas makes the first free throw to make it 4-3. Trying to make it 4-4 here with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. 4 quarters, 10 minutes each here. 2 for 2 at the free throw line is Thomas. She makes it 4-4. And it looks like a miscommunication. Both teams having trouble trying to throw it in from the baseline. And the Coyotes will come away with possession here after 2 free throws made from Ashante Thomas. Getting the ball here is Goodman. Here's a 3 opportunity for Coyotes. It's good. Janiyah Lennox with the 3 ball. And the Coyotes have their first lead of the first quarter off a 3-pointer from Lennox. Nice move there. Snead State trying to cycle around, looking for a good opportunity. Wide open 3. And it'll go off the rim. No good, but rebound here by the Parsons. A scramble for the ball. Parsons going to come away with possession here. Madru with the basketball now. Looking for an outlet, almost stripped away there by Slaughter. Passing the paint, no charge and foul called. Shot's no good, rebound here by Slaughter. Quick transition the other way, this is Lennox. Lennox quickly met. Pass almost in the paint, here's Slaughter. Slaughter looking around. Finds a teammate, driving in is Goodman. Goodman puts up a shot and scores. After a 4-0 lead for the Parsons, the Coyotes have scored 9 unanswered points to take the lead here in the first quarter with 6.5 minutes to go. Should be a good one for the remainder of this one. Here's a jumper. That shot is good. Good shot right there for the Parsons. As that will go from Jemiah Hill, 13.2 points per game, the leading scorer for the Parsons this season. A team that does not score a lot of baskets this season, having a tough time coming away with second chance points, as that shot is going to be no good. 6-9 our lead right now. Quick transition, the Parsons the other way. Double dribble here on the Parsons, Emma Garcia. And Coyotes will come away with possession. Good crowd here today. We got the men's basketball teams watching today the women's game so far. They'll be playing after the conclusion of this one. It'll be on a different live stream, so when this game is over, if you want to tune into the men's game, change the live stream. We'll have that one here in Monroeville. Trying to drive in. Nice bounce pass to Slaughter. Could not control it, but looks like she stepped out of bounds before trying to deflect it off number 5, Johnny Tinker. 5 minutes and 39 seconds go here in a very fast-paced first quarter. Dallas Lindsay here on the call. Be here all night here at Monroeville. They'll swing it out here. Dabo going for a 3 there. But she'll drive in here, Madru. Nice pass here, Garcia with a jumper. Her shot's good. Snead State with 4 unanswered points for themselves as we reach the halfway point of this first quarter. Coyotes in all gold. Been able to cycle the ball a lot better and getting some good opportunities here against the Parsons here in the first quarter. Looking around here. Finds Thomas. Thomas's shot just rolls off the rim. It'll be Parsons basketball. With 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Substitution here for the Parsons. They'll bring in number 32, Katie Moore. Very good scorer this season for the Parsons. She'll be subbed in, but we'll have a stop and play with 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go. And that'll give us a chance to take a look at the team comparisons between the two squads. And the big thing I noticed here when we look at the stats is the rebounds per game. Coast North is at 45.7 rebounds per game, while for Snead State, they're at 13.4, and that's the main reason why they've been unable to come away with a winning record at the beginning of the season. But other than that, pretty close in field goal percentage, free throws in hand with Snead State, and the 3-ball almost dead even between the Coyotes and the Parsons. As we take a look at our season statistics between the Parsons and Coyotes, battle for first place in Division II. It's been a good one so far. Like I mentioned, Katie Moore, number 32, is going to be subbed in for the Parsons. With 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Tightly contested here in Monroeville. Glad you could be with us here on JockJive Sports. Coyotes looking for win number 5 in Division II. Parsons trying to remain undefeated. Left hand here against the Coyotes. Spinning around, puts up a shot, and it's good. Good shot right there from Jemiah Hill. And Snead State has regained the lead here, 10-9. Driving in, Murph. Shot's going to be no good. Trying to get it off the backboard and in, couldn't get it to go, and the Parsons with a very easy rebound so far. We've only had 1 foul so far that has been credited to the Parsons. They swing it out, thought about going for a 3. Garcia, bounce pass inside the paint. Shot will go off the rim from Katie Moore. Katie Moore with 12 points per game, 48.9 shooting percentage from the field, and 4.8 rebounds per game. Trying to drive in. Nice pass to Slaughter. Bounces off the backboard and in. Great passing by the Coyotes, and Slaughter having a great start to this year. 8.2 points per game, 50.8 shooting percentage and 9.4 rebounds. She's been a big reason for the Coyotes' success this year. That shot goes off the rim and no good. Bounced out of bounds. See whose basketball this will be. Now it looks like it's going to be Parsons basketball. A lot of fans don't like the call with 3 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Coyotes will make a substitution here. Be number 24, Tishana T, who has 5.1 rebounds per game. Parsons trying to capitalize on the call, as this will be a drive-in. T with good defense so far. Parsons taking their time, under 10 seconds left on shot clock. Almost a free throw, but that'll count for 2 points there for the Parsons. Back and forth we go. And we saw this earlier with Snead State turning over the ball on their own side off the baseline. Coyotes do the same exact thing, and that will cost them possession with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go. Parsons looking for a pass. This will go to Garcia. Emma Garcia with 5.8 points per game. Almost lost it, but was able to maintain possession. Plenty of time here for the Parsons to come out of shot. They're going to do the jumper there. That one is going to be rebounded and put back up by Katie Moore. Snead State takes a 14-11 lead. The Parsons, after had a very good start, was able to score the first 4 points. Coyotes with 9 unanswered points. But it's been the Parsons as of late. Jump shot, no good. Battle for the rebound. It will be taken up here by the Parsons, number 4, Ajani Tinker. And Tinker will come back the other way, and that is going to be a foul here on the Coyotes. It's going to be a blocking foul here on Tiana Watts. So Watts, that will be her first personal foul. Sub out here, it will be Thomas. Thomas will be subbed out here. That's number 3, Trinity Crane, is going to come in here for the Coyotes. Immediately again, some action here in the first quarter with 2.5 minutes to go. And it looks like this is going to be a foul on Tishana T, who was just subbed in. There'll be 2 free throws here for the Parsons. This will be the first opportunity for the Parsons at the free throw line. They are 64.2 from the free throw line this season. First opportunity here for Snead State. The first shot is good. Tie for the largest lead of this first quarter for the Parsons. So 15-11, trying to make it 16-11. Set shot, almost identical to the first shot made. And it makes it 16-11. Both teams are 2 for 2 from the free throw line here in the first quarter with under 2.5 minutes to go here in Monroeville. Coyotes have made only 1 3-pointer so far. They've had some good looks, been unable to drain any of them as of late. Nice move there, nice pass inside the paint, good. Great pass in there by the Coyotes, and they cut the deficit to 3. Key with the bucket after a nice drive there from Goodman. Coyotes have had some great passing inside the paint. That'll go off the rim, and Snead State is going to get a second chance opportunity, and it's a foul in the paint. Katie Moore's going to go to the free throw line here for the Parsons. Up 3, 1 minute and 52 seconds to go. The first free throw is good there. Make it back to 17-13. Katie Moore, like I mentioned, 12 points per game, 48.9 shooting percentage from the field, 4.8 rebounds per game. And she's going to go 2 for 2 at the free throw line as well. The Parsons capitalizing on all of their free throws so far. They're the better team when it comes to the free throw line coming into today's game against the Coyotes, and it shows why. 3 ball, in and out. Will be rebounded here by the Parsons after a miss from Tiffany Goodman. Parsons have had very tough luck when it comes to rebounds, both offensively and defensively this season, and they have been the better team at converting on rebounds. That shot's going to be blocked, kept in bounds here by the Coyotes. They might have a quick transition the other way if they hurry. Here's Watts. Watts trying to drive in, but looks like they're going to replay Coyotes ball. Looks like they possibly were going to call traveling Well, it's going to be Coyotes ball. They'll pass in from the baseline. 18-13. Good passing here by the Coyotes. Goodman looking for an outlet. Goodman's going to drive in, puts up a floater, and she's going to be fouled before the shot was even come close to the rim. There'll be a blocking foul here on the Parsons. 3 fouls so far for Coastal North, 2 fouls to Snead State. 1 minute and 7 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This Goodman with 9.8 points per game this season cannot make the first free throw. 35.5 shooting percentage from the field, 4.5 rebounds per game. And Goodman is just shooting 37.5 from the free throw line, trying to make up here on the second shot, and she does. Parsons perfect from the free throw line. The Coyotes are 3 for 4 to start here in the first quarter. Under a minute to go here. Parsons trying to respond here. Up by 4 points. Back and forth we have gone here. And Monroeville. Good defense here by the Coyotes. Pass here in the paint, trying to work in and puts up a shot. It's going to be no good with 43.3 seconds to go, but it'll be another foul here on Coastal North. I believe that is going to be on substitution here. It looks like it's going to be number 4. Slaughter coming in. It'll be 2 free throw attempts here. Katie Moore went 2 for 2 from the free throw line her last trip. See what she does here. Makes the first one. Making 19-14. Coastal North under head coach Mandy Armstrong. We'll have her interview at halftime here in tonight's game. Also have an interview with Chuck Taylor for the men's team during the men's game against the same Snead State Parsons. 2 for 2 again. Made it 20-14. Not a lot of time left here in the first quarter, but a very good start here for the Parsons. Can the Coyotes respond here? And that is going to be stripped away. No, it'll be a foul here on Lamaya McGrew. A foul. And that will be the Parsons' 4th foul of this first quarter. 33.3 seconds to go, 20 seconds left on the shot clock here for Coyotes. It might be their last opportunity here in the first quarter to try to cut into the deficit. Bounce pass here. Trying to drive in. Shot. It's going to go off the backboard. No good. Getting her own rebound. Can't get the shot to go. Couple of rebounds here for the Coyotes. They'll maintain possession as the shot clock has been turned off. Here's a jumper. No good. And Snead State will come away with possession, and they can take their time right here. Up by 6. 5 seconds left on the game clock. Trying to drive in. That's going to go off the foot, and that shot will be no good in the dying seconds of the first quarter. 20-14. Snead State goes into the second quarter with a 6-point lead. And we'll stay here on the broadcast after the conclusion of the first quarter. As we're going to take a look at our opponent profile, the Snead State Lady Parsons with a 5-15 overall record, but don't let that fool you. Conference, they are 5-0 this year, first place in Division II. At home, they are 3-8. On the road, 2-7. In 20 games, 48.5 points per game, 34.8 shooting percentage from the field, 28.3 3-point percentage, 64.2 from the free throw line, and they got 13.4 rebounds per game and 4.7 assists per game. So take a look at how their season started. They lost their first 9 games of the season after coming away with their first victory of the season at the end of November. In December, they only had 4 games, lost all 4 of them. January, they have gone 4-2. Key wins against Wallace-Selma, Chat Valley, LBW, and Enterprise State this season. So they have turned their season around after only having 1 victory through November and December. They've been a tough team to play against, especially in the division. Coastal North has won the 5 victories for Snead State, and that was back on November 30th. We'll talk about that game later in the broadcast. Stolen away here by Murph. Here's Murph the other way, and she is blocked. It'll be Coyotes basketball. What a heck of an effort there on the back end by Edmondson. But a good drive there by Murph. Subsquad to 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Murph with a nice steal, but a nice back check on the back end. Slaughter pulls up a shot. No good. Trying to get her own rebound. Can't get it to go. Now pass will over the head and go over to the scorekeeper's table. Coyotes will come away with possession. Couple of sloppy plays there by the Coyotes, by both the Parsons Coyotes here in this first half. It's one of the good ones so far. Like I said, we're going to have an interview with Mandy Armstrong, the head coach for Coastal North, at halftime. So stay tuned for that halftime interview. Don't go anywhere here on the live stream here in Monroeville. Can the Coyotes get something to go here? Down by 6. Trying to drive in here. Nice move. Puts up a floater. That one's no good. Coyotes will come away with possession. Nice pass. A little floater. That is good by Tiffany Goodman. Tiffany Goodman's had a couple of good looks, and she finally banks it in. That is going to be almost stolen away by Slaughter. The Coyotes are very aggressive right now. They are attacking the very first pass going into their side of the court. Take a little bit of time off the shot clock here for the Parsons, but it's a 4-point lead here. After a 20-14 lead going into the second quarter. Here's a three here. It's good. Emma Garcia, number 20, with the 3 ball for the Parsons. After a 3 ball, Murph is able to get the shot as we were trying to transition our camera to the other side. Murph drove in, and she's going to go to the line for an opportunity for the and one. Her shot's good. 23-19. Parsons in the lead. They made a 3 ball on the other side by Emma Garcia. Got Coyotes on the other side with a 3-point play on the other side. Bounce pass. Good defense here by Slaughter, but might be a little bit too much defense. No. There'll be a charging foul here on Snead State. Substitution here for the Parsons as number 32, Katie Moore, will come in. Coyotes will get the basketball here. 8.5 minutes to go, down by 4 points. They've led once so far here in this game and back in the first quarter. Can they get it back? Nice move there by Murph. Shot's going to be no good as it goes off the backboard, and Snead State will come away with possession. McGrew looking around, trying to find an outlet. Finds more. Here's Garcia, who made her last 3-point opportunity. Bounce pass. Stolen away here by Coyotes. Murph, can she keep it in bounds? Yes, she will. Murph, jumper, shot is no good. Rebound here by Goodman, however. Bounce pass to Murph. Good passing here by the Coyotes, trying to drive in. We'll see what the call is going to be. It's going to be a foul here, I believe, on the Parsons here in the second quarter. Coyotes will make a substitution as number 21, Janiyah Lennox, will come in, but it'll be Coyotes basketball after a foul here by the Parsons. They have 2 fouls so far here in this second quarter. Swings it out. Goodman bounce pass here to Lennox, who just subbed in. Looking for an outlet here is Hall. Hall finds Goodman. Goodman's going to drive in, and she is going to be fouled. No, it's going to be traveling called here on Goodman. Parsons will take a substitution here, as they'll have Paris Morgan checking into the game for the Parsons. Slow start offensively for both teams here in this second quarter. Coyotes are right in striking distance. Can they get a good rally here? Almost stripped away, and it is going to be stripped away. A fast break the other way, 3-on-1 the other way. Lennox cannot get a handle on the ball. She scrambles for the ball and gets it. Pass out here, swings it out to Goodman. That's off her hands as it goes out of bounds, and she makes a hard collision with the mats in that back right corner of the stadium. And what's that? She was stuck for a moment as well. Coyotes unable to maintain possession off the 3-on-1. Lennox just could not get a clean handle on the ball, resulting in the Parsons coming away with possession here. No, neither team has used one of their 4 timeouts so far. Dead even between the two teams. Parsons with a 4-point lead. Under 7 minutes to go. Parsons trying to get a nice bucket right here. The shot's going to be no good. Rebound there. Long pass. Finds a teammate. Puts up a shot. Good. Tiana Watts with the bucket. And the Coyotes have finally reached 20 points here in this one. They're down by 2. Seems like this game is going to be very similar to the one we had on November 30th back at Snead State. Neck and neck. Parsons with a nice rally in the second half to come away with the win. And that's going to be a foul on Ashanti Thomas. And it'll be another opportunity for Katie Moore at the free throw line. She is 4 for 4 to start here in the first half. It's going to be a substitution here for the Parsons. It'll be Vaughn, number 11, coming in for Snead State, as she will sub in for number 5, Tinker. 6 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the first half. That free throw is good. Katie Moore, most of her points have come from the free throw line. She has 5 points so far, looking for a 6-1 here to extend the lead. That shot will be good as well. Great game at the free throw line for Katie Moore. Second in scoring for the Parsons this season. Slaughter trying to work on her opponent. She puts up a shot, no good. Rebound here by Moore. And the Parsons will come back the other way. As Morgan taking her sweet time right here, trying to set up play and direct traffic. Gets it Garcia. Garcia fakes the 3. Finds Vaughn. Vaughn looking for an outlet, but that's going to be stolen away here. A 2-on-0 the other way. Could be an easy way up here, and will. 2 easy points there for Goodman. After great defense here by the Coyotes. Down by 2 once again. As almost stripped away. Goodman trying to get it. But it'll be keeping possession. Here's Vaughn. Vaughn bounce pass here to Slaughter. She's going to run out of bounds with the basketball, but it'll be Snead State basketball. But you have to be very pleased with Mandy Armstrong, what she's seen from her team here in the second quarter. That'll be a substitution here as Taylor Murph with 8.2 points per game will sub in with 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Snead State, if they're able to get their first couple of passes going, they've been unstoppable at generating points. That shot's going to roll off the rim. Off the shot from Katie Moore. Quick transition here way to the Coyotes. 3 ball here in the corner. Good! And the Coyotes have come all the way back to take the lead after a 3 ball from Janaya Lennox. As Lennox capitalizing on here. What a comeback here for the Coyotes. Trailed by 6 points going in the second quarter. They now have a 1-point lead. Can they keep it? Shot. No good. Rebound here by the Coyotes. That's Thomas. Murph, a quick transition the other way. Murph swings it out here to Lennox. Lennox looking around. Finds a teammate. That's Thomas. Trying to drive in to Slaughter in the paint. Slaughter. That pass intercepted. Here comes Snead State the other way with 4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Jumper just inside the free throw line is good. Snead State will regain the lead only by 1. Looks like it might be this type of game the rest of the way here in Monroeville. Like I said, both teams have not used any of their 4 timeouts. Neck and neck here tonight. Murph tried to get a screen, but it's going to be a 2-ball, I believe, but it's an air ball. Getting her own rebound and scoring. Heck of a shot there from Tiana Watts. And the second opportunity of the game here for Coastal North at the free throw line to convert the N1. A timeout here with 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go. We're going to stay here in Monroeville. Tightly contested game here. Take a look at the January recap for Coastal North. They've gone 3-1 so far, 3-0 in the conference. And those are 3 big wins against Enterprise State, Wallace Selma, and LBW. In the wins, they are averaging 73.6 points per game. They've had a very good month of January, trying to close out on a high note as they enter the month of February, the final month of the regular season for both the Parsons and the Coyotes. Coyotes with 12 wins on the year. We'll talk about the standings later on in the broadcast, but there's only 2 teams in Division II that have a winning record overall. And that is Coastal North and Chat Valley. And Chat Valley only has a 10-9 overall record. But Snead State, who is currently atop of the standings, currently sits with a 5-0 conference record. But they've lost 15 non-conference games this season at 5-15. The rest of the entire Division II, well below 500. There'll be an opportunity here for the N1 for number 10, Tiana Watts. Watts this season with 6.6 points per game, 38.8 shooting percentage, and it has 3.0 rebounds per game for a Coastal North team that's near the top of Division II with the most rebounds per game. Trying to convert the N1, she does. And the Coyotes have a 2-point lead here with 4 minutes and 3 seconds to go. As Snead State makes a quick substitution, we'll see who came in here for the Parsons. It looks like it's number 4, Lamaya Madru. Pass here in the paint. Here's a jumper just outside the free throw line. That is good there by Katie Moore. And it is 29 all here in Monroeville. Bounce pass here. Lennox looking around, finds Murph. Murph trying to get a screen from Slaughter. Murph puts up a jumper. Shot no good. But the Coyotes come away with possession. Thomas keeps it in bounds. Coyotes will reset here with 15 seconds left. Shot clock. A floater, no good. Popped up in the air. Slaughter can't get the shot cleanly to go. It's a nice block there by the Parsons as they come back the other way. Madru will slow things down for the moment as the Parsons will slow things down. It is this Kirkland who's just subbed in here for Snead State. Puts up a shot, no good. Coyotes with a quick transition the other way. Watts. That ball going 1-on-4, but a nice pass here to Murph, and she's going to be... Shot will not count. It could have gone either way with a charging or a blocking foul, but I believe it's going to be a blocking foul here on the Parsons. That's going to be their 4th foul. Coyotes very disciplined here in the second quarter with only 1 personal foul. There'll be a charging foul here. Coyotes will swing it around here. Lennox to Murph. Murph drives in, puts up a shot. No good. There'll be a foul here on the Parsons. Just got an update. South Georgia Tech 89, Southern Crescent Tech 29. Final. It's one of our other broadcasts that we have going on in the GCAA women's basketball. South Georgia Tech 89-29 over Southern Crescent Tech. Free throw is going to be good there by Murph. 30-29, and it'll make it 31-29. Going 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Both teams have been very good so far at the free throw line here in the first half. Good moves here as Madru will get the ball to Moore. Moore looking for an outlet. Finds it in the corner. Here's Kirkland. Kirkland trying to get around Watts. Good defense here by the Coyotes. Bounce pass. Moore. Shot. Good. Katie Moore dominating the paint so far for the Parsons. With 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Murph trying to get a screen, though. She'll dump it off here to Lennox. Lennox to Watts. Good cycle here by the Coyotes. Murph trying to look for an opening. Murph trying to drive in. What a move by Murph as she scores. Taylor Murph with the bucket. And the Coyotes have regained the lead here. Reminder, halftime interview coming up. So stay on this live stream. We'll quickly go to commercial and then bring you the interview with head coach for Coastal North. Traveling here on the Parsons. As that will be traveling call number 10. Zazri Ochowski coming in here for to Parsons. Murph bounce pass here to Lennox with a minute and a half to go. Lennox back to Murph. Murph has had some nice buckets here in this second half, or this first half. With 10 seconds left on the shot clock, Slaughter. Pass out here. Jumper bounces up. No good. Rebound here by Slaughter. And this is going to be a foul here on Snead State. It'll be on Snead State number 32, Katie Moore. So this will be number 4. Slaughter going to the free throw line. And the first shot, good. Make it 34-31. Slaughter just shooting 36.0% from the free throw line. Is perfect on her trip to make it 35-31. Parsons dominated in that first quarter. Coyotes with a nice adjustment going into the second quarter. Good passing here by Snead State. As that pass is batted away, it's going to stay in and they'll roll out into the Coyotes bench on that far sideline with 53.5 seconds to go. There is 8 seconds left on the shot clock here for the Parsons. They need to get a quick shot off. Katie Moore trying to work on Thomas, and Katie Moore can't get a shot to go. Stripped away. Moore. Murph the other way, I beg your pardon. And it looks like we have an unattended shoe on the court. It's going to be one of the Parsons that needs to tie her shoes. So 52.3 seconds to go. And apparently the clock did not run on that last sequence. There is exactly 49 seconds left here in the first half. Nice game so far. Should be a very entertaining second half when we return from the halftime interview with head coach Armstrong. Bounce pass. Good pass in here, and Lennox converts. And the Coyotes have their largest lead of the game is 6. There is 1 second difference from the shot clock and the game clock here in Monroeville. Could be the final shot of the game. Good pass in here. Trying to drive in. Shot no good. Coyotes will come back the other way with 15 seconds to go. They have a fast break if they convert on it. Lennox for 3. Good! Lennox makes it a 9-point lead here. 2 seconds to go here for Snead State. Can they get one more shot off? It is blocked by Slaughter. Is there time left on the clock? And there is no indication there's any time left. There might have been maybe a half a second left, but it doesn't matter. Coyotes will go into halftime with a 40-31 lead here in Monroeville. Well, that'll do here for the first half on Dallas Jersey. We'll send it over to the halftime interview with head coach Mandy Armstrong.
Great to have with us at halftime Mandy Armstrong, ladies head basketball coach at Coastal Alabama North. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Man, I've got 1,000 questions, and we've only got about 12 minutes because you have a colorful history. You talk about some folks that have done a little bit of everything. That may be you, but let's go in a nutshell. Let's go back in time to your playing career. Okay, you started playing prep, well, I'm sure before prep, but where did you play prep ball, college ball, and what got you here?
I played in college at Troy State. Graduated from Troy, went overseas and played, and then actually moved to Monroeville in 2001.
Now, are you originally from the Troy area?
I'm not. I'm from Port St. Joe, Florida.
So how did you wind up going to Troy from Port St. Joe?
Denise Monroe, who was an All-American from my high school. She was also All-American in Troy. And she took me under her wing and kind of led me in the right direction. And when it came time to pick my school, I was dedicated to Troy because of her.
So does that mean that in prep school you were a Port St. Joe Shark?
No, I actually went to high school in Quitman, Georgia.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, now there are things that folks don't know that we're going to unveil today. So one of those, you were in the Hall of Fame at Troy University. So obviously you had a stellar career there. How did that come to be? I mean, were you taken by surprise with the Hall of Fame nomination and then induction?
Absolutely. Just received a phone call one day from the athletic director and was telling me that it was going to happen and what date to be there, and totally out of the blue. Never expected it.
Now, was it completely off your radar, or at some point had you said, I did have a pretty good career. Is it possible? Or is it just something that you never thought of?
I honestly never thought of it. I'm as humble could be. I appreciate every opportunity, every accomplishment that come my way. It was just basketball is what got me to be where I am today.
You, after college ball, played overseas. I know, I remember two of the three places, Luxembourg and Sweden. Man, you played in some great spots. So, what was that experience like?
It was amazing to be away from home, just to transition to someone else's every day. I learned a lot, learned to grow up a lot because I'm used to being under my mom. But it was a great experience. Again, great experience.
When did you know that you were going to become a coach?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm assuming as a player, you're not wanting the playing career to end. So, at what point did you accept that it was time to move on from playing to coaching?
I came back home in 2001, actually from an injury, and I had this dream I was going to get rich playing basketball, so I didn't finish my degree. When I came home that summer, I actually went back and finished my degree in Troy, got my bachelor's, and started volunteering out at is when it was Alabama Southern here, and from there I stopped coaching for a while, got into law enforcement, and then went back when Coach Eager was here as the women's coach as well. And then when Trent left, we kind of worked it out to where I would apply. I left law enforcement for 2 weeks full time and decided that teaching wasn't my thing, law enforcement was. And Daniel actually worked with me and hired me part time as the head coach so I could still be the police chief. So it all worked out in my favor.
Well, there you mentioned police chief. I was going to bring that up next. I mean, that's unusual. I've got to admit, in all my years of calling junior college athletics, I don't think I've ever run into a head coach slash police chief. So, how did that happen?
Like I say, Daniel had enough faith to keep me. Trent helped push the packet as well. And it just works. The community is behind me. It helps a lot with our community, with the kids, trying to lead them in the right direction. So it's been a blessing. It's a plate full, but we managed to get through it. I've got a lot of good help that helps me.
All right, let's take the basketball completely out of the picture and focus on the law enforcement and the police chief's job. I'm assuming that when you go into law enforcement, there are a variety of avenues in which you could go. How did you wind up becoming the police chief there?
I started here as a patrolman. From patrolman, I moved over to the drug task force for narcotics. Came back from there as an investigator. After 5 or 6 years as an investigator, the position came open as the chief of police. And I put my name in the hat and was lucky enough to be selected.
How do you volley that, though, from a perspective of, I'm assuming at least at some point over the course of coaching, and I'm talking about years of doing so, that you're going to have a crime that is committed at a time that you're at a basketball game. So how do you volley those?
I have a great staff that works with me, my captain and my lieutenants. They communicate, let me know when things are going on as best they can. But if not, I have no issues in trusting their judgment, knowing they'll make the right decision. So they look out for me when I'm not here.
You mentioned briefly that being in law enforcement, you felt like it had an impact on your coaching as well. How has it influenced coaching? What kind of perspective has it brought to the table that has influenced you as a head coach?
Um, I've been in law enforcement 19 years. In the ever-changing society that we deal with today, you see a difference in the youth. A lot of the issues that we have in law enforcement comes from the youth. And we try to lead them and steer them in the right direction. I've actually had one of my players, she recently just left from here, but she graduated from a 4-year school and came back and worked for me at the police department and did an amazing job. And the majority of the kids that I've coached, we stay in contact. Here in the community, they know that these kids are attached to me with the police department. So anything they do or think about doing, I know ahead of time. So it works out well for us. We don't have many issues other than your everyday issues.
Have you ever had to, for the lack of a better word, have contact with a player as a police officer? I mean, have there been those situations where one of your players is one of the people that you've had to arrest or at least encounter in your law enforcement capacity?
In all honesty, I try my best. If there's an issue going on with the school or the athletes, any of the athletes, I try to separate myself from it. That way it's not an issue for the school or for the city. But if there's contact made from any of my officers with the kids, any of the athletes, they usually let me know, and we communicate with Daniel and try to handle it the best way possible.
Do you detect from your players that maybe there is a little more a different attitude from the players, or maybe even a little better discipline, and maybe that situation we were talking about last night with Albany Tech is indicative of the fact, I mean, your ladies did not come off the bench in a little fracas there on the floor. Do you ever get the impression from your players that maybe that law enforcement aspect of your personality and career influences how they behave on the hardwood?
In some ways, yes. My kids get to see a different side of me than most people. They see, of course, the law enforcement side, they see the disciplinary side, but they also get to see me laugh and joke, which most people don't see that. And that, I guess, is a sense of respect that we both have, but they know which lines to cross and which not. And we deal with them. Sometimes they run a little more for things that they do, but as far as tickets and issues, I don't fix them, and they know that. Don't come to me to fix them. You shouldn't have got it.
You ever pulled over a player not knowing it was a player at the
I have
time?
not. I have not.
You know that's going to happen one of these days.
and they'll get a ticket. And they'll probably get a ticket.
I'm assuming that law enforcement is it's certainly the financial arm where your life is concerned. But if you had to give one or the other up, I mean, if you were forced to get rid of one or the other, not based on finances, just based on your love of law enforcement or your love of the game, which would you want to give up?
That's a hard choice. Both have different meanings for me. Of course, basketball, I want to give back in a way that I was given, and law enforcement is just in me. So I don't know. I'm going to try to do both as long as I can. Hopefully, I've got 6 years left in law enforcement before I can retire. But we'll see which direction. I can't make a decision. I love them both.
Got to talk about this year before we wrap up the interview. You're having a great year, 10-8, couple of games over 500, but there are a ton of games that I really should have won. I mean, there are games that could have been won, and you could be sporting a, 22-4 record or something like that. So you've got to be pleased with the performance of the team this year.
Absolutely. And those games, for some reason, we go in thinking we're going to win and we lose. But a great coaching staff, Coach Talley, she's came in and done amazing things with these kids. And the kids have finally bought into what we're trying to do. And it's worked in our favor. We've got some strong kids, some athletic kids, and hopefully we can keep pushing in the right direction.
How do you contain the, I guess, for the lack of a better word, the hope? Because you're in the D2 division after the ACCC has kind of split up, and you got about half the league that is opting to go the D2 route, half the league the D1. You're in the D2. You're one of the stronger teams, maybe the strongest team in D2. So how do you contain those hopes and not let the belief that you've already got it wrapped up kind of guide the way you play the game?
We just keep working. After last night, great job to Enterprise. They came ready to play, and we took for granted that we were going to come in and just beat them, and they about beat us. So we'll go back today, and we'll go back and reiterate some things and try to get ourselves back on track. We've got to go to Enterprise, so they still have an opportunity to get us. And I tell them we have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose. We have everything to lose at this point.
This is one of those years too where anybody can beat anybody. I mean, it's happened during the course of the season already. So how do you keep that from happening? I mean, you don't want to be one of those teams that somebody else can creep up and beat. And obviously you got the talent to win it all this year. So how do you keep that from happening? How do you keep those teams that shouldn't beat you from beating you?
One day at a time. We'll go back and we'll start working today for Selma. We're gonna concentrate on each team that we play the days before we play them. We're not gonna look ahead. We've got a big game Saturday with Pearl River. Would be an amazing feat to beat Pearl River. But right now we need to focus on Selma. We got to get past Selma. Every day is just a new day.
Got to ask you this one last question before I let you go. And you brought up Pearl River, made me think about the Mississippi teams and specifically East Central. East Central beats you by 48. You play them a month later and you beat them.
Right.
So what happened from game 1 to game 2?
We went to Mississippi not having any idea. We knew they could play. We just didn't expect to see the talent that they had. So we went in there, we were not ready. And we were shell-shocked from the tip. We came back to Monroeville, and we knew we had a job to do, and we knew we could compete with them. And we put in the work. The kids bought in and came in that whole week and worked really, really hard. And it showed. We played for 40 minutes. We have a habit of playing so-so the first, not at all the second, and then we'll play hard the third and fourth. We dig a hole and have to come out of it. And they played for 4 quarters. That's probably the first game we've played all 4 quarters all year, and they did an amazing job.
Coach, great season already, into the most important part of the year now. Thanks so much for talking with us. And there's some folks now that know a little more about Mandy Armstrong. Thanks for being with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
And welcome back here to Monroeville as it's the Coyotes and the Parsons. The second and final meeting between these two teams. Snead State won the first matchup back on November 30th. Coast Nord got into a little bit of trouble at the end of the first quarter, but they have a 9-point lead here as we open up the second half. Glad you could be with us here on JockJive on Dallas Jersey with the call here tonight. It's been a good one so far. Minutes will follow after the conclusion of this one as Goodman finds Linnitz. Linnitz looking around, surveys her offense, back to Goodman. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. First possession here for the Coyotes. Thomas pulls up a shot, and it looks like she's going to be fouled here. Coyotes will go to the free throw line here. They shot very well in that first half, only having one miss, while Snead State was perfect from the free throw line. That was one of the Parsons' few strengths that they have on their roster. Coyotes trying to get better at the free throw line. And Thomas makes the first one. This is the largest lead of the game for the Coyotes here tonight, 10 points. It was neck and neck throughout the entire first half until the Coyotes went on a huge run as we entered halftime. 2 for 2 at the free throw line. There is Thomas. Shante Thomas, a very good season so far this year. And a quick transition here for Snead State, trying to respond here. It's an 11-point lead. Garcia for three. She made one in the first half. Can't make that one right there. Couple of passing plays there for the Snead State Parsons, but there'll be a foul here on the Coyotes. Both teams with a foul here to start the second half. Since we have a break in the action, we'll take a look at the ACCC Division II standings. Snead State in first place, 5-15 overall, 5-0 in the conference, as that'll be their first miss at the free throw line. Coastal North in second at 12-9. 4-1. Only loss came to Snead State back on November 30th. Chat Valley's in third place at 10-9. 3-3, and that is two big misses right there for the Parsons. And the Coyotes will take that any day. Enterprise State in fourth place at 2-18 overall. They are 2-3 in the conference. Coyotes distributed it away. Slaughter trying to drive in. Pass to Thomas. They'll swing out here to Goodman. Goodman with a nice move. Puts up a floater. Shot goes off the rim as they fight for the basketball inside the paint. It'll be Parsons basketball. In fifth place will be Wallace Selma at 3-12, 1-4 in the conference. LBW is 1-11 after their loss to the Coyotes this past Thursday. 1-5 in the conference. And I mentioned earlier, there's only two teams in Division II that have a winning record overall. The Coyotes that currently are in the gold uniforms, and Chat Valley, the Pirates, at 10-9, are the only two teams with a winning record. The rest of the conference, well below 500. As that'll be stolen away. 2-1-2 the other way for the Parsons if they take advantage of it. Looking for a shot here, but she'll just pass it back. After the steal there by Hill. Hill will get the basketball back. Trying to drive in here on Thomas, and she will score. Make it 42-33. Very slow start to this one here in the second half. Thomas out to Slaughter. Slaughter now a three-ball shooter. She'll pass it here to Murph. Taylor Murph with a couple of nice buckets in that first half as they cycle it around, looking around, finds Goodman. Goodman with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. She'll drive in. Pass out here to Thomas. Three-ball here for Linnitz. No good. And a battle for the ball, and it's going to be a foul here on Murph as she was trying to go after the loose ball off the rebound. Outside we're down, but early substitution here is number 24, Tishana T, with 5.1 rebounds per game. Will sub in here for Coastal North. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left here in this third quarter. So we hope you enjoyed the interview with head coach Mandy Armstrong as she discussed how her team has fared so far as we enter the final month of the season. Here's a jumper. That's going to go off the rim, and Slaughter with an easy rebound, and Goodman almost let the ball go out of bounds. Gets possession here. Took a little bit of time off the shot clock. Murph drives in, loses the ball, but Slaughter comes away with it. As that's going to be tipped up, and that's going to deflect out of bounds. Slaughter unable to get to the loose ball as it goes off the hands of T. But in that first half, Taylor Murph with a very outstanding first half. Katie Moore for the Parsons on the other way, also phenomenal in that half with excellent at the free throw line and also some good points earned in the paint. She'll try to build off of that here in the second half. Not on the court as of right now. They scramble for the ball, and Garcia's going to come away with the basketball. Garcia bounce pass here in the paint, trying to drive in. Shot's good. Edmondson with the bucket. Coyotes with a transition the other way. Linus to Slaughter. Slaughter is tripped. There's going to be a blocking foul easily called on Jada Edmondson, who has 4.4 rebounds per game, and she's going to get her first personal foul, and Edmondson's going to be subbed out for number 32, Katie Moore. So Moore's going to come in. It'll be remaining Coyotes basketball. Goodman with a jumper off the backboard. No good. She gets her own rebound, puts it back up. Can't get that one to go. Slaughter gets it, puts up a shot. No good. And they scramble for it at the baseline, and we'll see who ball is going to be. Looks like it's going to be Coyotes basketball. It looks like number 5, Tinker, was just on the back line with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Slaughter back to Lennox. Lennox had made a couple of big three-pointers here in this game. Murph will set up. Under 10 seconds still on the shot clock. Goodman is going to be fouled after a very hard collision between the two fives. Goodman was about to avoid the contact, but it was a Johnny Tinker that was unable to avoid it. That's going to be her first personal foul. And I'll reset the shot clock, so that helps out the Coyotes. With 6:08 left, they are up 42-35 over the Parsons. Murph trying to drive in. Nice pass here to Slaughter with an easy layup. She's going to be fouled, but she had an opportunity for a three-point play. But good passing here by the Coyotes. Looking for that pass in the paint, that extra pass for a golden opportunity. Slaughter just maybe a little bit slow at getting into the basket. But she has earned 2 opportunities at the free throw line. 2 for 2 so far. Can't get the first one to go, however. A 7-point lead here, 6 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Snead State will be making a substitution coming up. Nice bucket there to make it 43-35. The bonus has been initiated here for the Coyotes. As we entered the final stages of that second quarter to go into halftime, Coyotes only had 1 personal foul. A very disciplined Coyotes start. Bounce pass here. Here's a jumper shot. No good. Rebound here by Goodman. Goodman takes it the other way here for the Coyotes. And she loses the ball, but she's going to be fouled, and she is laying on the ground in the paint. And a lot of discomfort here. It was a foul call before it was intercepted by Garcia. And Goodman still on the ground. Hopefully it's nothing serious, just hopefully maybe a cramp or just a hard collision. She is favoring her knee at the moment. As the athletic trained staff will come in here for Coast North, as the stadium has gone quiet here. One of the very big impact players here for Coastal North, Tiffany Goodman, 9.8 points per game, 35.5 shooting percentage, 4.5 rebounds per game. She is slow to get up as the crowd shows their support for number 5. A couple of big collisions here in this second half here, and Goodman's having a very hard time putting any pressure on her left leg. And now I'll draw in Tiana Watts to come in for the Coyotes, but there is going to be 2 free throws here. Since Goodman cannot come in to deliver the free throws, it will be number 10, Tiana Watts, to come in to sub in for her, as Goodman is going to receive some treatment in the back left corner of the arena as they mop up the spot inside the paint. So Watts is going to come in for the free throws. Shooting 69.2 from the free throw line. As that just rolls out. Just a very unlucky bounce there for Watts. We'll see if she does here on the second free throw, trying to come in for the injured Tiffany Goodman. 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go. 1 for 2 at the free throw line. As the Coyotes extend their lead back to 9. Had a 9-point lead going into halftime. Good cycling here by the Parsons, trying to cut into the deficit. This game is not far from being over. That'll go off the rim. No shot is going to be no good here by Hill. Coyotes inside the paint to Slaughter. She scores as she runs into the mascot for the Coyotes. What a pass and a finish by Slaughter inside the paint. And the Coyotes are back up to 11. In the corner, passing the paint. That's going to go off the hands of Jamaya Hill. The leading scorer for the Parsons has been relatively quiet here in tonight's game here in Monroeville. Coyotes trying to avenge their only conference loss of the year to Snead State. Here's Watts. Back to Murph. Lost the handle on it at first. Finds Slaughter. Passing the paint here. Trying to drive in. And a nice shot there. Key with the bucket after a great pass from Slaughter. Good complimentary basketball here tonight for Coastal North. Can the Parsons respond? They will. Nice pass from Garcia and connects with her teammate to cut the deficit. Make it 48-37. As we reach the halfway point of this third quarter, Coyotes could be on their way to their 5th victory in the conference. Watch with a nice move. Puts up a shot, no good. Key with the rebound in the paint. Trying to drive in underneath the backboard, but she's going to be fouled before she gets that shot off. And she's going to have 2 opportunities at the free throw line. Subslot at 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go. There's going to be a media timeout called here in Monroeville. And since we have a break in the action, we're going to take a look at our player spotlight. It's number 5, Tiffany Goodman. The sophomore has played in 21 games. She has started 20 of the 21 games. She has 9.8 points per game, 35.5 shooting percentage from the field, 50.6 free throw percentage, and 4.5 rebounds per game. She was just injured a couple moments ago. Subbed in for number 10, Tiana Watts. And the Coyotes with a 48-37 lead here in Monroeville. Glad you to be with us here on JockJive on Dallas Trinity with the call. Like I said, we will have the men's game live stream here on JockJive, but it will be on a different stream. So when this game is over, go to our website, main page, you'll see it if you're interested in seeing the rest of the basketball activities here tonight here in Monroeville. So there's going to be 2 free throws here for number 24, Tishana T. T's had a very good game so far, trying to make it better. Four minutes and 6 seconds to go, but 2 free throws here for T. Our first free throw, no good. That is the second miss of the game for the Coyotes from the free throw line. 48-37, 11-point lead here for Coastal North. Looking for win number 13 on the year. There we go for Coastal North. They make it 49-37, a good free throw there for T. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Parsons, do they have a late comeback on their hands? They've had a very tough time offensively. It's going to be a foul here on Slaughter. I believe that'll be her second personal foul. Next stoppage, we'll take a look at the previous matchup between the Parsons and Coyotes that we keep mentioning on November 30th. Parsons passing the paint. Here's Moore. She is fouled. We'll see who the foul's going to be on this time. Looks like it might be T. Subs clock at 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Yes, it will be on T. And the very effective Katie Moore at the free throw line is coming up. She went 6 for 6 in that first half. She makes the first one without any hesitation. Trying to go 2 for 2. And cannot get to go. She goes 7 for 8 from the free throw line here tonight. That's a big bucket or free throw to miss right there. Murph loses the handle but is able to maintain possession. Murph, nice move, trying to come in and score, but she's going to be fouled by Jamiah Hill. And that'll draw in the substitution here. Ashanti Thomas will come in for T. Not many substitutions here in this third quarter. Head coach Mandy Armstrong likes the lineup that she has on the court right now, and they've been very effective here in this third quarter. And the first free throw is going to be missed from Taylor Murph. Coyotes with 3 misses from the free throw line. There's been 5 fouls for the Parsons here in this third quarter, only 3 for the Coyotes. Coastal North is the first team to make it to 50 points here. 50-38, not high scoring for the Parsons, but it's been a very tough time for the Parsons to score offensively. They've been able to find their groove in conference play, but a loss here in this one could definitely hurt their chances of coming away with the #1 seed, as that shot will be missed here by Katie Moore. Coyotes with an easy rebound and a quick transition away for Watts. To Slaughter. Slaughter is going to be called for traveling before she's able to deliver a next pass, looking for Thomas. What a good crowd here tonight in Monroeville. Many of the fans enjoying what they're seeing so far here in the court and hoping to see a similar performance by the men's team later on tonight. Looking for an outlet. Garcia, great movement here by the Parsons. They got a 3-ball. The second three-pointer of the game for number 20, Emma Garcia. She got 6 points. Her points per game definitely will be going up after the conclusion of this one. And it's an 8-point game here. Watts almost looked for another pass to Thomas, but that's off the hand of Jamiah Hill. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Apparently 49-41. We had it 50 to. That's going into an empty space, but Coyotes are able to come out with possession. Passing the paint here to Lennox. She loses the handle on it as they battle for it on the baseline. And the ball is not called out. 2-on-2 the other way. Actually 3-on-2 for the Parsons. Wide open look here for a 3. That one is good. And Snead State with 2 back-to-back three-pointers. This one by number 14, Paris Morgan. It's a brand new game here in Monroeville. 49-44. Coyotes still in the lead, but it's going to be a media timeout here. We'll take a look at the previous matchup between the Parsons and the Coyotes, as Snead State was able to come away with a 52-48 victory on November 30th, 2023. A very low-scoring game. Don't look like we're going to have the same outcome here in this one unless both teams are unable to find their offensive groove at the end of this third quarter. But Snead State led 29-19 at half. Coastal North leading scorer was Taylor Murph, number 1, with 14 points, 5 rebounds. Also had 5 steals. A very tough game for Coastal North to swallow, but they can redeem themselves here tonight with a very close victory against the same Parsons they lost to earlier. Coyotes with a very quick word. Getting some direction from their head coach. That was a timeout used by Snead State. So Snead State has 3 timeouts remaining. The Coyotes have all 4 of their original timeouts remaining. See what the Coyotes draw up here. It's a 5-point lead after his 11-point lead for the Coyotes in the halfway point in this third quarter. Bounce pass here to Watts. Slaughter, and it started to go downhill after the injury to Goodman. Lennox Sabo going for a 3. Pulls up a jumper. No. Pass it out here. Slaughter back to Lennox. Lennox for a 3. No good. Slaughter with the rebound. Shot clock will reset. That will bounce up. Moore comes away with the rebound. Might be a breakaway the other way. No, to slow down. Here is Garcia. And the shot, no good. Moore comes away with the rebound and scores. Momentum definitely with the Parsons right now. It's only a 3-point lead here for the Coyotes. Coyotes, can they get something going here? They watch step out. It looks like it might be a timeout. Yes, a timeout has been called here by the Coyotes, as they are going to have a very quick word over on their bench. And actually, there's an injury right now, as Goodman once again, who was injured just a couple moments ago, and she's going to require more treatment. So we thought it was a timeout. Actually, I believe a timeout was called, so it is going to be a timeout charged here. It was a little bit confused seeing head coach Armstrong come out onto the court, but a timeout used by the Coyotes, as Goodman still not comfortable. Looks like it might have been her knee that was injured in the process earlier. So we'll see whose ball this is. It's going to be Coyotes' ball. Up by 3 with 1 minute 16 seconds to go. That's going to be kept in here by Watts in the very deep corner. Watts throws over the middle, and that's going to be intercepted by the Parsons, but they bounce for the ball, and it looks like Watts made a hard collision with one of the bench chairs. It's going to be Parsons basketball. Heck of an effort right there from Watts. Was holding her lip for a moment. It looks like she's going to be okay to resume. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter, where it looks like the Coyotes were finally going to pull away. The Parsons have made this a game. They come away with a rebound. Moore. Wide open look in the corner. They give it to her. Nice move right there. Jumper. Blocked. And it'll be Parsons basketball. 46.9 seconds to go. Parsons with an opportunity to tie the game. They have 8 seconds left on the shot clock. And we'll see what the call is going to be here on the back line. It's going to be Parsons basketball, so that's going to be a foul here on the Coyotes. 42.7 with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Swings it out here to Morgan, who made her last 3-point opportunity. Garcia has made 2 3-pointers so far. Vaughn gets direction here. Garcia for the tie. No good. Rebound here by Murph. She's going to be fouled before she has a chance to turn up court. There'll be a tripping call. 22.7 seconds to go. Like I said, the bonus has been activated here for Coastal North, so Murph is going to the free throw line. Bonus also has been activated for Parsons. We didn't see many fouls in that first half, but here in the third quarter, we've seen quite a bit by both teams. 5 for the Parsons, 4 for the Coyotes. 50-46. 22.7 seconds to go. Murph goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Only extends the lead back to 4. Shot clock has been turned off, so one more opportunity here for the Parsons. 10 seconds left on the game clock. Trying to drive in, she will score. Heck of a bucket there with 3 seconds. One more opportunity with 1 second. This one will not count for Lennox. So we are going to the fourth quarter with a 50-48 lead here for Coastal North. Looking for their 5th victory of the season in conference play. We're going to step aside for 1 minute and be back for the fourth quarter here in Monroeville. And welcome back here to Monroeville. It is actually 51-48. I believe they missed one of the free throws back in that third quarter, but they made the adjustment here. Here's a 3-ball, and that's a big bucket there for Tiana Watts. 54-48, that's a big bucket coming out. Going into this fourth quarter. Big playoff implications with this one. Wide open look here for McGrew. She drives in, no good. And it's going to be rebound here by the Coyotes. Here comes Coastal North the other way. Watts with the big three-pointer, 54-48 with under 9 minutes to go here. And it's ACCC women's basketball live on JockJive. That'll be deflected out of bounds. Start at 8 minutes and 57 seconds. So we had a lot of stoppages in that third quarter. Slaughter will be subbed in here for Coastal North. Slaughter finds Murph, who's had a very good game here tonight. Trying to get it to the corner, but that's going to be stripped away, and the Parsons come back the other way. Losing her footing, but able to find McGrew. McGrew, 3-ball opportunity here for the Parsons, no good. But the rebound's going to stay with the Parsons. Offensive possession here. Wide open 3 again. This one is completely off the line from Tinker. Garcia will be subbed in. (54-48). Next stoppage play, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Lady Coyotes. As that gets out to reach a key, a big collision, but Mertz will come away with possession. Slaughter out to Watts. This is for 2. And it's good. 56-48. Tiana Watts with 5 points here in this fourth quarter. Another wide open look for 3. No good off the rim. Katie Moore with the rebound. Picked up again here by Lamaya McGrew. McGrew to Garcia. The 3-ball's been working for the Parsons as of late. They're trying it again here. Under 8 minutes to go. McGrew. Bounce pass here to Moore in the paint. Moore loses the handle. Coyotes with a fast break the other way. That pass is deflected. Kept alive here. Wide open look. Garcia stepped out of bounds. And the Coyotes will take possession. First opportunity here for Young. Number 2 will check in game with 7 minutes, 28 seconds to go. Parsons are going to call a timeout here. Both teams have 3 timeouts remain. Now the Parsons have 2 remain after using that one. So the upcoming schedule here for Coastal North, as they will have their next game at Chat Valley. That is a huge game with the Pirates just 1 spot behind the Coyotes for 3rd place. That'll be at 5:30 p.m. start time at Chattahoochee Valley Community College. And then the Coyotes will have a little bit of a break, as their next game will be on February 8th at Enterprise State against the Bull Wheels at 6:30 p.m. And then the next home game for the Coyotes will be on February 10th versus Hens College, 6:30 p.m. start time. So mark your calendars for the upcoming schedule. Big games against Chat Valley Enterprise State, and then a non-conference game against Hens College. That'll be here. Live stream on JockJive Sports on Dallas Lindsay with the call. Glad you could be with us here. It's going to be Coyotes basketball. And number 2, Taja Young will check in here for Coastal North. Reminder, the men's basketball game coming up here on JockJive Sports, as they face off against the number 1 team, Parsons. So both the women's and men's team for Snead State are in first place in Division II. We'll have that game coming up on JockJive Sports. Dallas Lindsay with the call. 7.5 minutes to go. Can the Coyotes come away with a big victory here in the conference? Young, who's just subbed in, finds Murph. Murph to Key. And she's going to be called with charging. That'll be, I believe, Key's 3rd personal foul of the game. Snead State catches a big break right there as they approach 7 minutes to go here in regulation. Snead State trying to remain undefeated in the conference. It's been a back-and-forth game. Coyotes with a big 9-point lead going into halftime. They had an 11-point lead halfway through the third quarter. Nice move there by Katie Moore. And it's 56-50. Can the Coyotes respond here? Under 7 minutes to go. Precious time ticking off the clock. Nice pass here. Here's Young. And it's going to be double dribble called here on Young. Stops clock at 6 minutes and 32 seconds to go. The Parsons have 2 timeouts remain. Coyotes have 3 timeouts remain. Pass here. Katie Moore. Moore can't get her shot. Goes. Stole. Stripped away here by Slaughter. Slaughter will come back the other way. She'll slow it down here for Murph. Murph's trying to drive in. Swings it out here. Young for 3. No good. But kept alive here by Thomas. Her shot's no good. It bounces out here to Murph. Murph puts up a floater. Her shot's good. A third opportunity here for Coastal North, and they cash in to regain an 8-point lead here. Garcia, bounce pass here. Here's Katie Moore. Her shot, no good off the rim. Rebound here by Thomas. There's going to be a foul here on Jamiah Hill. Stops clock at 5 minutes and 49 seconds to go. Coyotes thought they were going to have an opportunity at the free throw line, but Thomas will have to check it in from the baseline. But a big road game coming up for Coyotes against the Lady Pirates at Chat Valley. Murph out to Young. Second opportunity for a 3 ball, no good. Rebound here by McGrew. They have an opportunity here to take it for a fast break, but they'll slow it down here. Coming back the other way is Paris Morgan. Garcia. Trying to drive in here is Hill. Hill puts up a shot, no good. And getting a second chance there is McGrew. It's 58-52. This game is not even close to being over. A big run by either team could put the game away or make it a tie game. Here's Murph. Drives in. Can't get her shot to go. Parsons come away with a rebound. Under 5 minutes to go. Parsons with plenty of time. They just got to convert on their next couple of shots. Coyotes trying to lock down on defense. Here's a jumper here. That's off the rim. Rebound here by Thomas. Uncontested. Here comes Coastal North the other way. Finds Young, who's just subbed in. She's 0 for 2 from 3 balls. 3-point line so far. Coyotes are going to slow it down for just a moment. Young with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. As that is going to be tipped, but kept alive here by Murph. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets it to Thomas in the paint. Scores before the 24-second violation. Good heads-up play there for Thomas to put it up before the shot clock expired. There is 4 minutes to go here in regulation. Coyotes, if they win, they are in first place in Division II. Moore, shots, good. 60-54. Murph is going to take her time right here. Time is not the enemy here for the Coyotes. They'll gladly take a 6-point lead with 3.5 minutes to go and take some time off the shot clock. Murph drives in, shot no good. Garcia with the rebound. A little bit of urgency is going to be needed here for the Parsons. McGrew. 2 threes can tie it. Garcia. Pulls up a shot, no good there by Hill. Coyotes with 3 minutes to go. Looking for a big victory, trying to advance to 13-9. Young. Back to Watts. Watts is going to take her time right here. Under 3 minutes to go. That's going to be a foul called on Paris Morgan. Stops the clock at 2 minutes and 57 seconds to go. Parsons will call a timeout right here. Or actually, they'll make a substitution. As that is number 12, Chansley Kirkland coming in here for the Parsons. Good transition here for the Coyotes. Almost stolen away, but Slaughter is able to maintain possession. Young wide open for a 3-ball. No good. And Moore comes away with a rebound. Still down by 6 with 2.5 minutes to go here for the Parsons. Desperate time calls for desperate measures. 3-ball here for Garcia. No good. Rebound here by Young. Young almost turned it over, but the Coyotes are able to maintain possession. Under 2.5 minutes to go. They'll take some more time off of that shot clock and also more point in the game clock here in Monroeville. Coyotes can hang on to the victory here in Monroeville. Slaughter for 3. No good. And able to be taken up here by Watts. He scores. Brings it back to an 8-point lead here. Under 2 minutes to go. Parsons acts like they're down by more than 10 points. Down by 8. A little bit more urgency. This goes to Garcia. No, it'll go to Moore. To Garcia. Garcia trying to drive in. Swings it out here. Bounce pass back. Well, actually, it's going to be a kickball violation here on Murph. With 1 minute and 32 seconds to go. Parsons with 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Nice pass here in the paint. Shot, no good. Can't get it go, but she will get her own rebound. Will that shot count? We'll see if it will. It's going to be a blocking foul called. And yes, they are going to credit 2 points there. It's a 6-point lead now. It could be 5 right here after the made bucket from Jamiah Hill. The leading scorer for the Parsons. Quiet today. Can't get it to go. A free throw miss. Here come the Coyotes the other way here with Murph. They'll take more clock off the game clock here. 1:10 remaining. 6-point lead here for Coyotes. They can make a big 3-pointer. It might be the end of this one. Watts scores and 1. And that might put it away here. Watts with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. Tiana Watts for an opportunity for the N1. Both the men's teams, Snead State and Coastal North, are waiting their turn to warm up. That shot is good. The N1 is converted. 65-56. We are under a minute to go here in Monroeville. 9-point lead here. It's going to be the 3-ball if they want any chance coming back here. Shot no good, but it's going to be a foul. And Jemiah Hill's going back to the free throw line after missing her last free throw. (65-56) with 51.6 seconds to go. Might be the time of the game where the Parsons might start fouling the Coyotes. Trying not to prevent more clock to be turned off. First free throw is going to be good. Hill trying to go 2 for 2. She will. 2 big points right there. It's a 7-point lead here. Murph, under 50 seconds to go. Full court press here for the Parsons. Thomas is fouled. Almost the N1 as well. 44.1 seconds to go. 2 timeouts remain for the Parsons. 3 for Coastal North. 2 opportunities here for Ashanti Thomas. Thomas makes the first free throw. Make it back to 66-58. Already seeing more scoring by both teams here in this one than what we saw in the first game between the two on November 30th. 67-58. Timeout's going to be used here by Snead State. They have 1 remaining. And they are down big here. So we'll reiterate the upcoming schedule for Coastal North. As Nets road game will be on February 1st at Chat Valley Community College at 5:30 p.m. And then the Coyotes will travel to Enterprise State on February 8th at 6:30 p.m. start time. And then the next home game will be February 10th versus Hens College at 6:30 p.m. We'll have that game live stream on JockJive Sports. Glad to be with us here tonight. One more game left on our basketball doubleheader here in Monroeville. It'll be Coastal North men's basketball versus Snead State. Snead State has one timeout remaining if they choose to use it. Coyotes still have all three of their timeouts, but with a comfortable 9-point lead, we'll see what will happen here. Pass here to Katie Moore. Katie Moore drives in, scores. 7-point lead now. Coyotes can take some time off the clock, and that's some big seconds taken off, and a turnover here. A 3-on-1 the other way if they take advantage of it. And the Parsons are able to draw to within 5. 67-62, and we have an injured Parson on the other side of the court. So no timeout has been called here by Coastal North. The bucket does count. As the injured Parson is number 14, Paris Morgan, who's seeing a lot of playing time here in the second half as she is dealing with some kind of injury. She is meeting up with the athletic staff. We have not seen number 5, Tiffany Goodman, after being re-injured in this second half, as she sits on the bench. It's been Tiana Watts has played a significant time so far. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds while the injured Parson is attended to. Welcome back here to Monroeville, as the injured Paris Morgan is going to be taken off the court, being held from our both athletic or head athletic staffs for both teams as she heads over to the Parsons bench. Parsons have drawn into within 5 after back-to-back buckets made. McGrew on the other side. It's going to be a full court press here. It's only a 5-point game. The Coyotes are not careful here. This lead could disappear here. Huge moments here in this one. Murph. Full court press like we said. Bounce back here to Young. Young double team. And we'll see what is called first. Is this a foul? No, it's going to be a timeout used here by Coastal North. They're going to call a timeout with 18.4 seconds to go. They will have 2 timeouts remaining. That's a big timeout, as it looks like Young and the Coyotes had a very tough time moving up the court. Still a lot of game clock remaining. Parsons trying to remain undefeated in the division, while Coastal North is trying to match the Parsons win total in the conference at 5-1, which would put them at first place in the conference. Desperate moments here. Here's Watts. Watts pushed up court. Here's Slaughter. Slaughter with a big opportunity here to Thomas. This is time ticking off the clock here with 10 seconds. Garcia with the foul. And the clock's going to stop at 9.6 seconds to go. Taylor Murph going to the free throw line. Very efficient at the free throw line here tonight. The Parsons are hoping for at least one miss to make it still a 2-possession game. And they're going to need the 3 ball to go their way. Murph makes the first free throw. 6-point game. She makes this one. It's going to be very hard here for the Parsons to have a chance to make it a 7-point lead here. Murph makes it. 69-62, and the final timeout has been used here by the Parsons. They have none remaining. Coyotes still have 2 timeouts remaining. 7-point lead here with 9.6 seconds to go. And a reminder, we have our second game of the doubleheader coming up next. Coach North versus Snead State men's basketball. That'll be coming up. Different live stream, so when we get done with this game, you'll have to turn the channel or go back to our homepage here on JockJive Sports to see Snead State, the number 1 seed Parsons, facing off against Coach North, trying to climb their way back into the standings. That game will be coming up here on JockJive Sports. Back and forth game. Parsons had a 6-point lead going into the second quarter. Coyotes went into halftime with a 9-point lead. Coyotes with a slim advantage going into the fourth quarter. They have a 7-point lead here, trying to close out. It's going to be the 3-ball here for the Parsons. They want any chance. That's going to be tipped away from Watts. And that's 8.1 seconds to go. Parsons have not lost in this division so far this season. They're 5-0. They're in trouble right now. They can't get anything to go. That's going to be intercepted here by Murph. Murph in the dying seconds of this quarter. Shot no good. Gets on rebound. Scores. And that might be the icing on the cake here for the Coyotes. Up 71-62. Long pass intercepted here by Murph. Murph. Long shot. No good. Coyotes come away with the victory. 71-62. And that's your final here from Monroeville. What a game. Wasn't an easy one here for the Coyotes, but they're going to come away with a victory as they will advance to 13-9 overall, 5-1 in the conference. They have taken over the first place seed in the conference under head coach Mandy Armstrong. What a game. Well, that will do it here from Monroeville. Men's basketball coming up here on JockJive, but for now, enjoy the victory as Coastal North Lady Coyotes come away with the victory to 13-9 and 5-1 in the conference. That will do it. I'm Dallas Rinzi. We'll see you for the men's game here in Monroeville. Have a good night, everyone.